If you guys remember the cinematic video I did a while back of the black BRZ, I'll put that right now.
Hey, niggas always hating what they talking about. See him in traffic, wanna talk it out. Just bought an S-Class, I'm always in the back seat. But I ain't that scrub chili talking about.
That's this kid right here. He's over here helping out today. We're just gonna get some stuff done. We're about to test fit this in the 240 in just a minute. Here's the clutch master I was showing you guys earlier. We just got to make the holes for it. Nissan made it easy for us. Actually, there's like a template already there, pretty easy. So yeah, let's go ahead and knock that out. Guys, so now that we got the hole done for the master, we're gonna go ahead and test fit the motor. We're gonna pull the car out of here and we're gonna flip it around. Of course, I don't have a steering wheel, guys, so this is what we're doing. I didn't completely think this through. We got the car moved, but oh hell no. Here's one of the mounts. These are eBay mounts, guys, so let's see how they line up. But basically you remove the bracket for the factory motor mounts and then you line these up. I'm not sure if this is this side or which side this is. We're gonna go ahead and bolt these on real quick and then we'll be test fitting the motor. That is so freaking exciting. Oh my god. The other day when I was over here with Jerry trying to put in the motor, we started to put it in, but the motor mounts were not lining up correctly. We ran out of time, we had stuff to do, so we just left it where we were at. But today we are back, and the plan for today is to get the motor set. What I'm thinking, since the motor mounts weren't lining up correctly with the subframe of the S13, is that either the motor mounts, the custom motor mounts, it's specifically one for the left and one for the right. Maybe we have them swapped. So I'm gonna try swapping the motor mounts and see if that fixes the issue. If that doesn't fix the issue, then the issue is definitely that they are eBay mounts. So we're gonna have to modify them a little bit to get them to fit. Either way, we're gonna get it done today. I want to put the transmission in also. I still do have to replace the clutch on that before I put it in. But also I do have to go get a new transmission shifter relocator, and I was gonna get that from Hexa Garage because the eBay one that I have that came with the motor mount kit, it sits too far back in the tunnel right here. With the eBay one, I would have to cut this piece right here of the chassis, and I don't really want to cut it. I gotta treat the 240 with respect. With the GK Tech one, it fits exactly in the factory shifter location. That's why I didn't want to use the eBay one, and I wanted to get the GK Tech one from Hexa Garage. I swapped the motor mounts left and right, and check it out, guys. Not sure if you can see, but that's in, and that one's in too. Hell yeah. So eBay, you still suck, but at least the motor mounts, they were able to get mounted properly. I did have to modify them a little bit. If you guys see right here, the 4 points where the motor mount mounts to the actual motor on the passenger side, I had to drill the holes bigger because they weren't lining up at all. But I drilled them out, made bigger holes, and it lined it up sorta all right. I pulled the motor back out of the car basically because when I go to put it in, I need to put it with the transmission in, so I still got to do the clutch and flywheel on there. But as I took it off, I was just removing a couple things that I hadn't taken off that I didn't need. For example, this hose right here, which is that one, this goes down to the heater core on the G35. We're not running a heater core on here, so I'm just gonna like run to Ace Hardware and find like a rubber piece so I can cap this off. And then this right here is the factory coolant temp sensor location. I got an aftermarket gauge, which is this one right here. So it's just a glow shift digital gauge, and the way I'm going to be connecting that is not through the factory temp sensor location, so I need to find a screw to cap that off with. Also, my new exhaust manifold gasket comes in tomorrow. You can see this is pretty bad. So tomorrow I'll be replacing the exhaust manifold gasket, be putting the headers back on, and then test fitting the motor one more time. Basically what happens on the VQ swap in the S13s and S14s, when you drop the motor in, the header on the driver's side, it hits the steering column right here. So you need to hammer the hell out of the headers in order to be able to clear that steering column. So I'm actually probably gonna just do that later today since I have the time. All right guys, so I went to Ace Hardware and I went to AutoZone because, like I told you guys, I had to get a little plug to cover this up and something to top this off, and I didn't find either thing. But say what's up to Lawrence. You guys haven't met him.
What's up, dog?
He has his little drift taxi. Wait, have they seen your drift taxi?
Nah.
Instagram.
That was, yeah,
Instagram saw the drift taxi. All right guys, so we just got done putting the throwout bearing in. As you can see, it's right there, nice and shiny. This one was all ugly and dull. But now we're gonna go over to the homie Chiz's house and get a clutch alignment tool, because I could have sworn that this clutch came with an alignment tool, but it didn't. We're just gonna stop by real quick, get that alignment tool, come back over here, and then we'll put the clutch and the flywheel on. What's up, G? Bro, you literally moved across the street.
Yeah, really.
How you doing?
What's up, G?
That's my homie Lawrence right here.
Chance, man, how you doing?
Cool. Bro, when I put around the corner, I was about to pull up into the apartment, and then I saw it right here, and I'm like, hold on, what the fuck?
I was working on my car out here like a couple months back, and the dude literally walks out and puts a sign.
Dildo secure, let's go. We got the little dildo, but the dildo is bigger than the glory hole. Back to stage one. We don't have a clutch alignment tool. One more time. So this is probably gonna have to wait, and once I get a clutch alignment tool, we can knock this out. In the meantime, I am gonna install the fuel kit and the power steering kit. So in last video, you guys saw George at Hexa Garage demonstrate what everything was. Of course, that's the hose for the radiator. This is for the radiator also. This is power steering. This is power steering also. These are the fuel ones. Yeah, this is fuel right here. This is the fuel pressure regulator. This is the hose for the thermostat. This is the other hose for the radiator. And then here's my ECU, of course. Bless you.
Thank you.
And then right here we got the power steering fluid reservoir. And then in this box we have the power steering cooler. We have other power steering lines in here and some fittings. So yeah, let's knock all this out. I just want to update you guys really quick before I close it out for the day, because it's already starting to get dark a little bit. Freaking time change, got to get in dark at like 5:30. It's terrible, but this is where we're at right now. I got the power steering reservoir mounted. That was easy. I got these two lines connected to the rack right down here. So this braided one wraps around and goes to the power steering pump on the VQ35. This rubber one is gonna go to the power steering cooler, which is gonna be mounted somewhere over here. This right here is the fuel pressure regulator. That's the fuel filter right here. And I got the 3 lines connected to it, which I am gonna have to remove so I can mount the fuel pressure regulator onto the chassis of the car. This will then be mounted somewhere right around there. The first line right here with the fuel filter will go to this line right here. The middle line, which is the return line, goes to the second line right here. Then this third line right here goes somewhere here, which I believe is right here to this little piece. We're gonna complete all of that stuff tomorrow. I am gonna slide by the Aaron's shop in a little bit to pick up a clutch alignment tool, the correct clutch alignment tool. And then tomorrow, install the clutch, install the flywheel, put the transmission on to the motor. Once all that's done, the motor can be mounted 100% in the car. Wait, but I'm still waiting on parts. Technically the motor tomorrow will probably be ready to be mounted onto the car, but I still am waiting for a couple other parts that are not necessarily for the motor or for the swap itself, but I ordered them because it's going to be a lot easier to do with the motor out of the car. Those two things are my rack and pinion bushings. These two bushings right here, those are on the way. Much easier to replace them with the motor out of the car because they're right here, of course. And the other thing is this bushing that is in there. I'm going to be replacing that also, of course, with the motor in the car. It's going to be a complete pain in the butt to do, so I am going to be doing that with the motor out of the car. That's basically it for today. That's basically it for today, guys. I'm gonna close it out and I will see you guys tomorrow. Day 3, I just came back from Hexa Garage and I picked up the transmission shifter relocator from GK Tech. It comes with the shifter, not exactly a shifter, but the linkage. And here's the relocator right here. So GK Tech products, my first time using them, but I've heard a bunch of amazing things about them. Hopefully the audio quality right now is okay, because it is super windy today and I don't have a mic on my GoPro, so hopefully the audio quality is all right. Yesterday we didn't get to do the clutch and flywheel after I got the alignment tool, because the alignment tool I had was the wrong size. I did slide by the Aaron shop and picked up the correct clutch alignment tool. Then this morning when I wake up, I'm thinking about my day and what I'm gonna do, and I realize, how am I gonna install my clutch and flywheel if I don't have pressure plate bolts? This motor was an automatic originally, so it didn't have a pressure plate on it, so it doesn't come with pressure plate bolts. So I just ordered the pressure plate bolts and washers this morning. They should be here in a couple days. I guess I could put the flywheel and the clutch on, but I can't put the pressure plate on it, which sucks. But either way, it doesn't really matter too much, because I can't put the motor in the car today, because like I told you guys yesterday, I'm still waiting for the rack and pinion bushings, and I'm still waiting for the steering shaft bushings. I'm not really tripping, and I don't really want to be rushing this build either.
3 hours later.
Guys, I just want to update on what has been going on today. To make it simple, nothing. Like nothing has gone right today. Nothing is working out, and that sucks a lot. So I was gonna put the GK Tech relocator on the trans. I was unable to do that because after watching the install video on exactly how to do it, you need an angle grinder to cut a piece of the shaft off on the transmission. I don't have an angle grinder. I could have gone to get one, but I decided I would just try to do other things in the meantime. I tried to install the fuel pressure regulator right over here. I try to get this mounted right here. As you see, I drilled these holes for it. That didn't work. My idea was to put the bolts through, and then through inside the car underneath the dash, like back here, I was gonna put nuts to hold it in place. But where those holes are, it is like inside this hole and way deep over there, so I can't reach those bolts. So then I was like, all right, well, let me try to install the clutch and flywheel. In the meantime, I know I said earlier I don't have the bolts for the pressure plate. In the meantime, I can install the clutch and flywheel and just leave it at that. Well, the automatic pilot bearing is still in there, and in trying to remove that pilot bearing, I broke the pilot bearing removal tool that I rented. So that didn't work. It is getting dark in just a little bit. It's like 4 o'clock, so it's gonna be dark in like an hour. But let me see, I'm gonna mess around real quick and then I'll update you guys in just a minute. Final update of the day and final update of this video. Just to feel like I did something today, I put the wire harness through the firewall, got it inside the car, got the ECU hooked up. Definitely not something that I had to do today. It definitely was not necessary to do yet, but it was such a failed day and everything that I just said F it, I'm gonna do something. At least the wire harness is in now. I connected the accelerator pedal to it, and I got the ECU hooked up. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. We did have some good stuff happen in this video, just not today, but we did get the motor mounted, test fitted, so that's good. Hopefully next video, maybe we get it to start for the first time. Who knows? Tune in next time. Peace out.